Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to another live stream of Hearthstone. It is July 29th, Saturday, and we are playing the European account right now. We're kind of in a bad position. I need to challenge a friend and I need to get 5 victories with the Hunter and Mage. And I need to play 50 Mage class cards, and the only one I really have a great chance of succeeding at is the Mage class cards. So we need to make a deck just with every single Mage card we have and cross our fingers that maybe we can win with that. Maybe. We almost have a full 30 cards there. So then we just need to see if... do we have anything that would work as a spell or work with spells? We could take this to draw cards. We could take this to do spell damage. Why do you do worse on different accounts? Asks Alexis. Simple. It's the cards I have. It's literally the cards I have. I do worse because I can't build a good card deck like I am now that can win. I actually do put logic and thought into my deck builds otherwise, but I can't put much logic and thought into a deck or a collection that has no cards. Let's see. There's to just put it here. There's 31 pages of cards that I own in total, and on this account, versus I believe it's somewhere close to 100 pages of cards. 87 pages. There's 87 pages of cards that you could have. So you're talking, I only have 1/3 of the potential cards, whereas on my main account I have so many other cards I can make those comparisons, and that's what the deck rebuild videos are all about, is that once I have the new card from the new card pack expansions, you've got a lot of gold. If you want to buy multiple packs, double click on the pack for 100 gold option to change the number of packs you want to buy. Thanks, game. So here's the new Knights of the Frozen Throne expansion. When I do the 50 card pack opening on my main account, I'll have 50 cards of new 50 packs of new cards. That's 5 packs per pack is 250 more cards in my deck, potentially. Some will be repeats, certainly. Alright, let's come over here. Custom Mage, play ranked, because we would like to get a little bit higher on the ranked. If we can get up to a certain level, we'll get a reward which will give us different packs. This whole system with different accounts is garbage. I have to get straight down to that part though. If it let me have the same cards and merged them and just said we're going to have one worldwide server with one collection per player, it would make so much more sense. But they don't do that, and I have no idea why they don't do that. It's probably has something to do with them charging the Europeans more for a card pack than the Asians and the Americas. That would be my guess. But the way they're implementing and fixing things doesn't really change anything. Let's start with something simple. Draw a card.
Job's done.
So we're playing against the warrior, which means he can only get 2 armor. So I'm in a good position to stall here with this, and then stall with this, and then stall with this. So I need to get victories and I need to play mage cards, and this deck is built to do both, sort of, and mostly play mage cards. See if I can hold out to the 7th turn, that would be nice. And if I could even hold out to the 4th turn, that would be nice. Should I save this?
Oh, if you're sure.
So next turn, they'll kill one of these and do 1 damage to this, probably. So next turn I frost them and freeze them.
Out of my jungle!
But can I frost and transform? No. So transform this, and can't do anything more.
Oh, if you're sure.
Now the warrior can't attack.
I have an axe to grind.
Red Phoenix says, "Don't worry, I'm still here." Me too. Thanks for letting me know. I love... YouTube's so weird. I just can't get behind how they measure the messages per minute. They literally want to encourage everybody to just have as much spam in the chat as possible, instead of having good quality content or conversation going on. Probably should have killed this guy so I can get that extra damage. But not a problem, I'm gonna win. Well, that was a change. Deal 5 damage, summon something.
Job done.
Restore 8 health to the enemy hero when he dies. Oh, that is not what I want. I don't want that at all.
Out of my jungle!
I would hope that YouTube cares more about people actually watching this stream than people talking on the stream. And it seems like it does, because last stream got like 50 views. Like way more than the past 3 days of views for all my previously recorded content. Alexis says, "I'm playing another game split screen." That's fine. As long as it's running, it counts as far as I understand. Let's see. This. And this. Just giving him so much armor. This is like the worst decision to make. What does it mean if they're in the app? This seems new. Why would people be in the app? I did want a victory here. 1/1 Steward.
Let's show our guests a good time.
Job done.
At least I get somebody on the field.
I ain't talking.
Your opponent summons a random minion from their hand. They didn't even have a random minion.
That belongs in a museum.
Well, we'll do this. And this. And at least we're playing mage cards. Flame Strike. Flame Strike has got us set nicely. How many 8s are in a potato? How many 8s are in a potato?
I have an axe to grind.
I know it's the wrong answer, but I'd have to say 0. Like, I'm not following this gag.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
So now he gets his weapon. Let's see, add a random mage spell to your hand. We'll try that. And we'll do that. And we'll do this.
Job's done.
Yeah. Red Phoenix says 1/8. I don't get this joke at all. There's 1/8 of a potato in a potato. When there be 8/8 of a potato in a potato, since it's one potato. Maybe we could switch over to casual and try. Really bad joke, says Alexis. I have to agree. I don't follow. Jokes don't play that well when they're written down.
Jaina versus Rexa.
Let the hunt
Well,
begin.
You asked for it.
if nobody's online, I can't do the challenge a friend. And I feel like this is what's going to eventually occur on the European and Asian accounts, is I'm going to have a bunch of challenge a friend quests and watch and learn quests, and it's just going to boil down to there not being any reason whatsoever to even try and play on those accounts, which that's not quite acceptable because I do want to earn more gold. So I'm looking at my internet and it's not even making it to green anymore. It just goes from red to yellow. Wonder if we're about to completely disconnect.
Job's done.
Deal 3 damage and freeze it, so if... I think I'm gonna have to do this. Attack, attack. 1/8 of 8. 1/8 of 8 is 1, so 1 potato. How many 8s are in a potato was the question. I am not following this at all. Let's play this.
Let's show our guests a good time.
Red Phoenix, and I don't have this game. You don't have Hearthstone and you're watching me play Hearthstone? Is that what you mean, Red Phoenix? You're making it worse explaining it, lol. Says Alexis. Yeah, I am. I was like, 1/8 of 8 is 1, so 1 potato. Yeah. I'm literally making it worse.
I hope you like my invention.
Let's do this. That one sounds good. I'm gonna attack. And then turn. Discover spell, make it cheaper. Sounds nice to me. Deal 5 damage. Sounds nice. See, I want to get an advantage here and then move on. No. I don't want to do that. I want to get an advantage and then play the rest of my cards so we can get this done. Ideally, I don't know if I have a chance of doing that, but if I can just go to playing all the rest of the mage cards, all 21 that I have here, I think, that might finish the daily, that one daily quest, and the rest of them I think I'll just have to do later on when I'm not streaming. But that is a terrible scenario to even suggest for me, is for me to play a game when I'm not streaming or recording is a waste of time. Discover spell, make it 2 cheaper. Sure. How about this? And that. And end the turn. Next turn I can play this. I was playing one level on Wolfenstein: The New Order, and the level at first look felt very, very small, but there was all kinds of collectibles and I still didn't find them all. And I'm walking around what was barely one small building, and the game still, every couple minutes I'd find a new area with a secret, like, hidden element to it, hidden area, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It makes the game almost like a hide and seek game instead of a run and gun shooter. But I still don't understand their level designs. They're very linear, but then they also feel like they might have at one time been designed for multiplayer first-person shooters. Like, it certainly seems like there were paths that would have allowed you to go one way or the other. So somebody could sneak up behind you, or you could sneak up behind somebody else, but then those paths get blocked. So I don't know if I would say that the level designer didn't know what they were doing, or if they're just doing something extremely odd. Let's do that. And that. And go ahead and get rid of this guy. And we'll see if this guy's willing to let me play, or if he's going to concede. If you could make any game, what would it be? What game would I want to make now? I assume it's any game I can think up, and not just any game that already exists, because I guess that would be different things. Well, in my youth, I did think up a game where you tried to make the apocalypse that already happened, and you were a demon warlord, and you were trying to make the remaining humans as miserable as possible. So you would put effort into creating disease and anger and hatred, and just make everybody miserable. I had a dark sense of comedy, and on occasion I still do. So that was one I thought of. I wanted to be a video game programmer when I was a kid, so I was thinking up a sequel to GoldenEye 64 for the next game after the GoldenEye James Bond movie. That was something. I thought up a retro 8-bit platformer where you had a keychain, and throughout the game you would get more and more keys, and that was also your weapon. So you'd swing this giant keychain with more keys and keys on it. Kind of like the Keyblade, but actual regular sized keys.
To my side.
I imagine what you would want to do is there some kind of movie or book out there that would do well as a video game, better than it did as a movie or a video thing? And off the top of my head, I don't really know if there is anything like that. There is probably room to do a good, like, Dracula game. Actually play as Dracula, actually try to stay pretty close to the story, and or stay pretty close to the movies. You could probably do that with any of the Universal monsters, the Mummy, and similar things. Ratchet and Clank, says Alexis. I haven't played Ratchet and Clank, but I think they're probably good platformers. I certainly wouldn't turn down the opportunity to make a Nintendo game, because Nintendo certainly will be a resume builder. Oh yes, I did have a reboot for Duke Nukem that I wanted to do, that tried to at least some concepts that I'd like to do for Duke Nukem. Fix the thing that is really, really broken, instead of trying to do something really that isn't that broken. In similar ways, doing an Aliens game is probably not a good idea, because it's already been done. Why not just have a game that has some other kind of aliens in it, and there you go. You don't need to ruin the Aliens franchise. There really hasn't been a good Star Trek video game in a long time, if ever.
Let's show our guests
So
a good time.
Sure.
that's something you might want to do. You might be able to cheat very easily if you did something like Wreck-It Ralph or Ready Player One as a video game, since both of those movies and books, Ready Player One's a book being made into a movie. Both of those are heavily built around video games in the first place, so you could reference references and get away with that. I would, in a more general sense, want to work with somebody else, because I know my limitations, and while I did program Pong when I was in programming class, it took me way too long, and it wasn't a very good version of Pong. So that's my level of quality that I know I can do by myself. So I need 3D level designers, 3D modelers, I need programmers that are better than me. I would need so many other people working with me to make a video game anyways. It doesn't feel like it would be a smart move for me to just be the dictator that controls everything. I think I would need people to give me their input, give me their ideas, and be passionate on the project that they were working on. The Yandere simulator game that's never going to be finished, it might be one I would like to see actually finished and see if it could actually be a good game, but that's never going to happen. That's not what he's doing. Every couple of weeks he puts out an update and tells people stories of a game that will never finish, just to keep people watching and keep people interested. And I don't even know if the Yandere simulator developer realizes this, but he doesn't work well enough with people to actually finish the game, and that's knowing that. Alexa says Yandere simulator will be finished in 2019. No, it won't.
I hope you like my invention.
I'm willing to bet no, it won't. Like, whatever he says, he's not gonna have it done. Even though I know he's now working with a publisher that's trying to help him finish it, it will never be finished, because he proposes, if you follow his channel, he proposes adding new stuff and making changes all the time. He's not consistent in his idea. Alexa says he confirmed it. He can confirm it all the way to the moon for all I care. He's not gonna ever finish this. I've been him. I have been the person that takes hugely ambitious projects and tries to do them. You just, it's impossible. It's impossible to finish it without changing your perspective and the way you do things. He's doomed to fail. Best case scenario, the developer for Yandere Simulator sells the game, puts out some kind of half-finished product and sells the game. Somebody buys the license, and then you get somebody like Ubisoft or whoever to take the license, do a remake, and continue to and actually turn it into something that's worth playing. That was dumb. I should have played this first. But if there was something cool I could do with Pac-Man, I'd love to do something with Pac-Man, or some of the old ones. If there was something cool I could do with Tetris, I'd love to do something with Tetris. There was an idea I had for a more approachable hacker game, where sort of like Uplink, but much more approachable and not really much about actually being in front of a console and programming. It was going to be, you were a hacker in a world that had already cracked down on all hackers, So so there was barely any resistance telling you, like, making you realize that the school you were in was completely monitoring everything you were doing, to the point where you had to have just like a hidden computer in a watch, and you had to sneak into a room and USB plug it into a computer to hack it and get that done in a certain amount of time, and then sneak back to where you're supposed to be. And the society was going to be heavily under watch and key, because all the other people who had access to knowledge had already been thrown in jail, and it was a completely 1984 totalitarian state. And generally, like, I get ideas for stories and games, and there's certainly some stories that I think might play well as a game. A lot of my stories play a lot better as stories, though, because then I have complete control and don't have to give the player any agency, or the main characters any agency. After the Ghostbusters reboot movie came out, I wrote a much better version of the Ghostbusters reboot and put it on my personal Facebook. Maybe at some point I would let that go to the public. That was fun to do, to just show, look, I'm just a armchair scriptwriter, and even I could have done a better job. Oh, I should have played this. Darn it. Now I have to go another turn, which is fine. I still got a lot of cards that I need to play, but I've already won any turn. There's probably just like a huge number of bad. Let's just go ahead and do this. There's a huge number of bad movies that come out. You could do something with Live, Die, Repeat, or The Edge of Tomorrow, whichever name you know it by. Like, that was an anime turned into a movie. It should have been turned into a video game. It would have worked a lot better as a video game, where every time you die, it just constantly respawns you, and you get a little bit better. That's pretty much what a lot of roguelite games are. So nothing crazy there. I'd like to see the Chronicles of Narnia's. Why didn't I kill him? Because I'm trying to play all the mage cards, and I'm still gonna win no matter what. I'm trying to get the daily quest. I have 4 more cards to do it. Red Phoenix test message. Yes, I see it. Last one I saw you type was, if you could make any game, what would it be? If you were trying to type something in between those 2 messages, I didn't see it. Well, will I lose here? Let's get that victory. So I've got 2 victories of 3 victories needed. I could keep going, but I won't get this here. Red Phoenix says weird. Yeah, with the internet thing, weirdness happening, all kinds of messages may not be going through. I hope they are. Let's switch over to the Asian account now and see where we are with that. And then if people are still here, let me just ask, after we do the daily quest on the Asian accounts, do you want me to do an arena run? I would be fine with doing an arena run, just one, on the Americas account.
Come tell us a story or two.
We can stretch this out. So I have challenge a friend on 2 different things. And I kind of need to...
Are you having fun? Have more fun!
He really wants me to have fun, but he doesn't give me another arena. So, unless Tactic Torn was going to come on right now, he's my only friend on the Asian account at all. So I probably shouldn't keep that. I need a bunch of Battle Cry cards and the Warlock cards. So let's see if we can do this. Come down this way. And we'll start with Warlock. Gul'dan, I don't think I've even played with him once. And then we can just type in Cry, C-R-Y. And this here. A shame Loki isn't here. Yeah, that's what I say all the time. I don't want to fully focus and heavily rely on Loki, but he plays a lot of Hearthstone and he helps really a lot. Like, he's great when he's around, but also I kind of abuse him and use him too, because he lets me win a lot too. So that's kind of the typical example of how you make a deck. Well, that's a very quick example of how you make a deck built around doing a daily quest. I need that gold more here than anything else. Well, even if Loki was here though, he hasn't gone through the setup for the Asian account. So I couldn't play him for this account anyways.
Gul'dan versus
Like, he would
Anduin.
help me with the Americas daily quest, but I think I've already done those.
Shall be mine.
So, let's trade these out. Add 2 elementals to my hand in the turn. I think I'm supposed to win, and even if I'm not supposed to win, I want to win, because I'm not even up to rank 22.
Welcome to the
Also, why am I playing on Wild? Let's see.
I hope you like my invention.
There's a Warlock card. Discard a random card. Let's not play that yet. Wasting his health. Let's do this.
Locked and loaded.
There we go.
Do you hear its call? Listen closely.
I imagine if I had a list of like every book, there's a lot of the old stories, like the Hansel and Gretel stories. That and the Alice in Wonderland story. You could do it with another Alice in Wonderland. And there was that game Wolfie that had Little Red Riding Hood that didn't get finished. So if that ever got finished, that would be a nice one to play too. Alexis says, "Move Star Planet." What? Move Star Planet. I don't even know what that means.
Listen closely.
Taunt, discard 2 random cards. Let's not do that yet.
You, my master.
Let's
As the master
attack that. And that. Oh, darn it. think I had to do that though. So. Oh. Alexis clarifies, have you heard about the movie Star Planet? No. What's it about? How do you have a planet on a star? Oddly, I know more about bad movies probably than good movies. Let's see. This.
You're in trouble now.
Oh, darn it. Now I have to draw a card.
Someone call for the doctor.
This way.
There's a game called Movie Star Planet coming up. Oh, it's a game called Movie Star Planet. Movie Star Planet is the coolest social networking game for kids. Attention, boys and girls, are you looking? Let's see. On the Google Play Store. See, 10 million downloads. Simulation. Looks like a lot of things you can purchase, maybe through DLC. It says it has in-app purchases 4.2. Looks like people like it. It's not something I would ever play. Just to be honest. Frankly, the part of the problem is, yeah, I did not do that right at all. Is if it's not on Steam, I'm not gonna play it. Let's see. Alexa says I'm laughing so hard right now. Star is as in popular people. Yeah, that tells you where my head immediately goes is you say star and I'm just thinking like it's the solar system. I'm thinking scientifically.
I bleed for Cthulhu.
It's like that song where they sing "Where's Your Head At" over and over again as the chorus. That's pretty much where my brain goes all the time. Destroy a minion in one of your mana crystals. Well, let's do this first. And destroy this minion. And this. Having not played the game, it looks fine. It seems like it's got good ratings.
Job's done.
I'm not super into playing cell phone games that much.
I feast upon light.
Actually covering any of those things, they have to be on Steam. I don't mind covering a cell phone game that's ported to Steam, but I would prefer and hope that they actually did a good job of porting it to Steam. Which, more often than not, they don't.
This way.
Fire!
Let's go ahead and turn on the Hearthstone deck tracker again.
Bleed for Cthulhu.
Alright. 2, 4,
This
6. Adapt. Stealth. Death rattle. 2 plants. There's.
One shot, one kill.
1 damage here. 2 damage there. And 2 damage there.
I'll give it a shot.
Of course, now I'm in a bad position. All they have to do is 2 damage to everything, and I've lost.
Cthulhu.
But I'm here to play Battlecry characters.
I feast upon light.
They're gonna beat me with Cthulhu at this rate.
it a shot.
Next time I use my hero power, it costs 2 less, which is nice, but I still can't use it twice in a turn. What do I think about eating cereal?
Give it a shot.
Cereal was invented originally as a health product in like the 30s, 20s, 40s. And then it was rebranded as something healthy and good for you. Eating breakfast actually is no better for you than eating any other meal during the day, and eating a big breakfast is actually not good for you at all, because your metabolism hasn't just woken up, last I heard. There's been a lot of advertising and propaganda out there by the Kellogg's company to make breakfast important. Eating cereal in particular is not good. You should eat what old people used to eat: eggs, toast. The meal that you think is actually bad for you on breakfast is all right.
Job done.
Personally, I don't eat anything in the morning because my stomach is never awakened. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is my favorite color of the alphabet? E? I'll go with E. Your jokes are bad, says Alexis. That was Red Phoenix asking that question.
I'll give it a shot.
Maybe Red Phoenix is working on a stand-up act. He tries all his new material on us. I want to steal this guy if I can. Yeah, I drink a meal replacement drink for breakfast, and that's it. And then I skip to lunch. Also, I remember because of insomnia, wake up at like 2 in the afternoon. Alexa says I'm going to go eat. Okay, sure. Deal 5 damage to my hero.
Engaging TC-130. Mental dislocator.
I stole it. That's what I wanted to do.
Give me your best. Touché.
But I think I am going to lose here.
Give it a shot.
No reason to draw a card and take damage. Actually, I guess there was a reason to draw a card because I'm going to lose anyways. As I've gotten a little bit older, I've started to not eat if I'm not going to enjoy it. I've kind of, in a weird way, decided like, if there's nothing, no food in the house, I'm just like, oh, I'll just eat the basic things. Or I'll just eat nothing. I'll just skip a meal because I would prefer to enjoy the things. Red Phoenix says 5 people are watching. Okay, good. 5 people at the exact same time watching is actually higher than I usually get. And 5 people now watching and 5 different people later watching, it all adds up. That's a new thing that Facebook YouTube has started doing, is it tells people how many people are watching right now, as if that's some kind of important metric. But more metrics is always good. I've gone the full route, so here we go. I accept defeat on my terms. And that got me up 1 level and almost a 2nd level. which I don't think you can skip multiple levels. So, more Warlock cards and more Battle Cry cards. I don't need to get a victory here. Tactic Torn last online 5 days ago. But that was probably the last time he was online on the Asian account.
Gul'dan versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer, your soul shall be mine.
So a second game here probably will get us close, if not all the way to the end of the battle cries that we need to play for 100 gold, which that'll be helpful, certainly. I already went through the solo One Night in Karazhan expansion. So let's see, we play this and this.
I hope you like my invention.
And then the turn. This guy gets an overload. What's black and white and red all over? A mime after I get a hold of him?
Job's done.
Or a dead mime? Let's see. We're not quite there yet. Let's play this.
I hope you like my invention.
And then this. And attack. In return. A nun after I run her over is a good one. Good one to do. Also, hero power. We start with this, and then we do this. And we'll kill this guy.
Sure.
There we go. Let's go ahead and adapt. Poisonous. Play this to destroy his weapon. Will not enjoy that. Do I have enough here to kill this guy? Yes, I do. Red Phoenix says that's better than what I was gonna say. Well, what were you gonna say? You've got me waiting in anticipation. The funny thing about like stand-up comedy these days is you still have to read all the old kids jokes, but you would never actually say those jokes in a act. So you would either subvert the joke like I did with the dead mime, because black and white and red all over is supposed to be a newspaper, which is not even a true joke anymore because who reads the newspaper? But you then subvert it for something that's unexpected, because in saying something unexpected, that's where comedy happens. And comedians would need to know all that to learn timing and delivery and all of the things that they need to know. But they then would never repeat them. If you want to watch a movie full of saying the same dirty joke over and over again, there's this movie called The Aristocrats, and The Aristocrats is a dirty joke that comedians only tell to themselves because they can't say it on stage. It's too dirty, and every comedian has a different version of it. And Sarah Silverstone has a very funny version of The Aristocrats because she tells the joke in the movie completely opposite of what you would expect. So the punchline is actually the delivery, and the delivery is actually the punchline. If that, she puts the whole thing backwards, which subverts what you were expecting. Red Phoenix says there's 2 triangles. One is blue. What happened to the cube? There's 2 triangles. One is blue. What happened to the cube? I would say the cube killed himself. He shot himself. That's why the triangle is blue. Is that the... See, here's a joke that I haven't heard before, but I'm gonna subvert it. Mahmood. Hey Mahmood. You wanna play me for 80 gold on the European account after this game? Because that would be helpful for both of us. I've got to challenge a friend. Two triangles, one is blue. What happened to the cube? Mahmoud says, of course. I guess maybe it broke up.
Is someone injured?
But can you make a cube can you break up a cube and make 2 triangles? You could break up a pyramid and make a cube and make 2 pyramids. I'm overthinking it. I know. Let's see. You could break up a square and make 2 triangles. Maybe that's it. It should be there's 2 triangles, one is blue. What happened to the cube? It broke up. It split. Would be better delivery there. Red Phoenix says, gotta go, Rydo. I will tell you when I'm back, XD. Yeah, I will hold my breath. He's trolling me. He's not gonna ever tell me. Wind Fury.
Job done.
It's funny when people type in my name capitalized or all caps or either way, it still stays the same of the way they typed it, but it draws a red box around it for my chat. I don't know if it is doing that for this part though, or if that's just specifically for my chat. I need to play more of these things. Start with this,
I hope you like my
and
invention.
then we'll go with this,
You're in trouble now.
and then we'll attack. I've thought about being a stand-up comedian, but it's not a good life. It's not a good job. You're on the road all over the place. You're struggling to make ends meet.
Is someone injured?
You're surrounded with a heavy drug and alcohol influence that probably isn't the healthiest places to be. There's just a lot of frustration and instability in it. Unless you become one of the most famous comedians ever, and even if you make the most famous comedians ever, what do? You transition to TV and movies and get out of being a comedian.
Nice to meet you.
How many sides are on a cube? 6.
As the master wishes.
There are 6 sides to a cube. 6 faces to a cube.
Job done.
Well, there are 6 faces to a cube. If sides would be the edges, I think in geometry. It's been a long time. So that would actually be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There'd be 12 sided sides to a cube of the edges. Ah, he got me. 7, the inside. I've heard that one before, but I forgot it.
Chill out.
There's something magical apparently happens when you become a father. You learn all these dad jokes that have been, you remember them from whenever your father told them to you. And you become very silly and punny. I guess it's probably because most fathers know all the dirty jokes and enjoy them, but they know they can't tell them to their kids, so they have to go learn something different. Watch this. Double steal. Let's see.
Are you my master?
I imagine being like an elementary school teacher would allow you to tell the same corny jokes over and over again to students. Of course, being an elementary school teacher, you also have to read the same lectures and teach the same classes over and over again. Mostly you just babysit, I imagine, in elementary more than actually teach anything. Be nice to win this, but all I really need to do is play Battlecry cards and Warlock cards. This, and that. As I'm doing more damage to the face, this guy will level up a little bit more.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
So if I'm going to get the Challenger Friend done on the European account, then I think getting the other 2 daily quests on the Asia account is pretty much all I can hope for. And I'm pretty sure I've already done everything on the Americas account. Take this guy out. This is taking a while. Most definitely taking a while.
Not too quickly.
I guess I'll throw it out there. I finally got my router, the WRT 3200 ACM, to mostly work with the DDWRT firmware on it. It still doesn't quite work with my phone though. If I turn on TriStream VHT 160, that's probably a whole bunch of garbage to most people, but basically it means it's not quite as fast as the router should be, but it is pretty fast. I'm getting like an upload from the router to my cell phone at like 700 megabytes, and a download of from the cell phone, from the router, to about 500 megabytes. So it's almost at half of a gigabit wired network, although there's a big difference between wired and wireless. And that's just the internal network. It's still very much bottlenecked with my ISP, as you can tell. There's tons of lagging going on here. Red Phoenix has another one. There are two people on an island. One kills and eats the other. The killer tells no one who is the killer.
One shot, one kill.
So, the riddle here is there's two people on an island. One kills and eats the other. The killer tells no one who is the killer. The killer is the number one, I would say.
Many possibilities.
Or you could just more general say the killer is the killer. But I think the gag here is it's like the number one and somebody else. If they're supposed to be this might be a Helen Keller joke. That's the old style joke. She was mute, deaf, and dumb. Well, I guess dumb is mute. They don't say dumb anymore. So if somebody can't speak and they're on the island and they kill somebody and eats the other, the killer is me. Who else would know? Says Red Phoenix. That's a pretty good one too. Yeah. You could try to make a Helen Keller joke out of it, but it would need more work. There. So we didn't get very many Warlock cards, and we're about halfway done with that. And I don't think we'll get this challenge and a friend on the Asia account done anytime soon. Let's switch over to the European account.
Here, have a seat. You must be
I
ravenous.
wish this would stop popping up every time I load. Okay, we had victories 2 I needed to do. So, Hunter and Mage victories with Mahmood. If he will let me win, please. If I could get 3 victories off of Mahmood, that'd be great. Let me ask also, is there anything you need to do as far as daily quests, Mahmood? Or do you have them all done by now? So I know what I'm helping you with, if anything. I know I ask everybody this every time, and most of the time they just say say they've already done it all, but I just want to be
Light shall bring
as
victory.
considerate and
You asked
fair
for
as
it.
possible, because like I don't want to be rude, as I'm also kind of being rude and using people for easy victories. I wish there was a really good Clue game. Like Monopoly on Steam, there isn't one, and it's because it's all EA Mahmoud says I will help you finish the quest. Like Monopoly and Clue are I think on EA Origin and Uno too, and none of them are on Steam. But I think you could do a good story-based Clue game to get back to games I might make. I would probably fund or greenlight a lot of games if I could, but as a video game critic too, I probably shouldn't. It would be unethical for me to really go into the video game industry and that I had criticized it. That feels almost like becoming a what's the word? A lobbyist after you were a politician. So Red Phoenix says, I have taken from a mine and shut up. Let me read it off my phone. I am taken from a mine and shut up in a wooden case, from which I am never released, and yet I am used by almost everybody. Taken from a mine and shut up in a wooden case.
Job's done.
From which I am never released.
Is someone injured?
But I'm used by almost everybody. I think Red Phoenix has stumped me on this one. That's taken from a mine and shut up in a wooden case and never released
Job's done.
and used by almost everybody. If it wasn't for the mine, I would think it was a casket or a coffin. But the only thing I could even think is air. But why would you take air from a mine and put it in a wooden case? Pencil lead. Oh, okay, graphite? Is graphite from a mine? I'll have to assume you're right on that. And I guess the pencil lead is never fully released from the wooden case.
Once upon a time.
That one was a tricky one. So, I guess all I need to do is win. So I should just go full aggro for the face on Mahmoud. And get those 3 victories as quickly as possible.
Let reading dragons lie.
Let's see.
This one's
Red
mine.
Phoenix has another one.
Job's done.
He's got 2 back to back. You walk up to a mountain that has two paths. One leads to the other side of the mountain and the other will get you lost forever. Two twins know the path that leads to the other side. You ask them only one question, except one lies and one tells the truth, and you don't know which is which, so what do you ask? That's a variation on the riddle in the movie The Labyrinth, and you simply ask them, what would you look at one path and say what would the other person say, would the other person say this is the right path? And if you're asking the truth teller, he would say that the other person would say, no, it's not the right path, so then it's the right path. If you're asking the liar, well, then the liar would lie about what the truth teller would say, and then this would be, he would say, no, that's not the right path. So either way, you're told, no, it's not the right path, you know it's the right path. Otherwise, or if they give you the other answer, then you know it's the right path. It's convoluted, but it's one I've heard before. It shows up in The Cat Lady, which is a horror point-and-click adventure game I covered last Halloween. So if you check that out, there's a dark, demented version of that puzzle. The Cat Lady was one of the first games I age restricted, and then decided not to age restrict because nobody seemed to care or complain one way or the other. Alexis is back online saying hello.
Taste my steel.
Red Phoenix says, 3 playing cards in a row. Can you name them with these clues? There are 2 to the right of a king. There's a 2 to the right of the king. A diamond will be found to the left of the spade, and the ace is left of the heart. So diamond to the left of the spade, ace is to the left of the heart. So it has to be diamond, heart, or spade. A heart is left of the spade. Now identify the 3 cards. I'm not sure there's enough information there to solve this. Let's see. The 2 is to the right of a king, so there's a 2 in the king, a diamond, of the spade, ace. What now? Red Phoenix is doing riddles now? Yep, that's what he's doing. Let's see. I probably could do this if I wrote it down, but let's see. It's, I would guess, just ace to king, and the ace is no, it can't be that, can it? It's gotta be 2 ace king. Red Phoenix says ace of diamonds, king of hearts, 2 of spades. See, I got it wrong. That's what I can't focus that much on doing riddles and playing Hearthstone at the same time. But there was an old DOS game called Sherlock that had a whole grid of 5x5 things that gave you a few clues like that, and you tried to figure out the whole solution. I'm not sure if every single puzzle it gave you was actually solvable, though. Well, I'm not going to be able to win quickly at this rate. He's put up a divine shield and taunt that I don't think I have a character that will take him out. Ah, there we go. That'll speed the process up a little bit. See, Red Phoenix says, you are in a room that is completely bricked on all four sides, including the ceiling and floor. You have nothing but a mirror, a wooden table in the room with you. How do you get out? A mirror and a wooden table. And it's bricked on four sides, including the ceiling and floor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mahmood. That's 80 gold for both of us. And if you just let me win 2 more times, I would be really appreciated. See, is there any bit of information here? It is bricked in all four sides, including the ceiling and floor. You have nothing but a mirror and a wooden table in the room with you. How do you get out? I would guess that there's probably a door, or you walk through the mirror. Wooden table doesn't seem like it makes anything. You could, practically speaking, you could break the leg off a wooden table and work the mortar out of a brick, while slowly, very slowly, potentially die of starvation before, or lack of water. It's similar. You can break the mirror and work the grout with a broken piece of mirror. But let's see. Hint: not possible in real life. Well, if it's not possible in real life, I'd say you go through the mirror to Wonderland.
Oh, if you're sure.
See, he says that 4 sides are bricked, including a ceiling and floor, which means that really 2 of the 6 sides aren't bricked.
Oh, if you're sure.
Is this some kind of wood, like, word puzzle?
I ain't talking.
Yeah, I don't. I've lost it. I don't have a clue how
Not quite what was planned.
how you would solve it. Let's do this, this, and this. I'm just trying to establish good play style here. Red Phoenix says, you look in the mirror and see what you saw. Take the saw and cut the table into half. 2 halves to make a hole. And you climb out of the hole. That's a stretch. That is a stretch.
I hope you like my invention.
That's about 3 jokes in one. Like, and I would help people. That's like, I'd say, I would tell that joke in 3 different steps. I'd say, there's a guy trapped in a room that's bricked on all sides, including ceiling and floor. Suddenly he finds a saw. There's a mirror and a wooden table in the room. Suddenly a saw appears in his hand. Where did he get the saw?
Hit it very hard.
Like, something like that I would work into it. And then once you tell the saw joke, you'd say, with the saw, with the saw A minute later, there's a hole in the floor. How did he make the hole? And then you say he used the saw to cut the table in half to make the hole. And see, escape that way. Yeah, I'd really work that one into more possible things you can joke. I don't think it's much of a riddle if you really don't feel like you have a chance of solving the riddle. Is like, certainly I could make something that is full of what we call moon logic and point and click adventures, where only the creator of the riddle themselves knows the answer. You can have an infinite number of those, but it's only a good riddle if it's like, oh, I could have thought of that. If I just thought of that a little bit faster, I would have thought of it.
I hope you like my invention.
Job's done.
I don't know why I'm playing this particularly. It might help in the long run though. See, Mamu's playing life tap, so he'll lower his health even quicker.
Oh, if you're sure.
Taste my steel.
I tried to find riddles, and it's kind of hard to find good ones online because, honestly, I think there's probably not that many good riddles out there that I haven't heard before. You'd think there'd be like an RSS feed or a website that's like, here's a collection of good riddles or a new riddle a day.
If you're sure.
There we go. Is that it for daily quest, or do we have one more victory? I'm almost up to 14. That's it for daily quests. Thank you again, Mahmood. So the European account is good. Let's switch over to the Americas account and just make sure everything is there. Done. I also need to break up the video again because it's been twice as long as it should have been.
Whoa, something special's cooking tonight.
Let's see. Red Phoenix says, I'm a ward that's handy there. Take away my start. I'm an herbal flare. What am I? I'm a ward that's hardly there. Take away my start and I'm an herbal flare. What am I? Mahmood says, you're welcome. Smile, smile. Face. Let's see. We have the daily quest done. So either I struggle to get the thing, the Asia account done, or I do an arena run. So what's people, last time I'm gonna ask here, what's people's feelings on an arena run? Do they want to see me do it, or do they want me to wrap up? Because we've been going now probably 4 hours, which is still longer than the 3 hours I was typically going, 3 hours or less. I was going before I was doing arena runs. But let's see, we're back to doing battle cry and warlock cards. If I can get all the battle cry cards done, I could then make a more focused warlock deck, I think. Yeah. Oh, Red Phoenix answered before I could even think. Oh, I also need to break up the video, so let's, before we cancel. Nope, can't cancel. Oh well. So Red Phoenix answered. The word was sparsely, as in if you take off the S word, the S, it's parsley. I don't think I would have gotten that, honestly. some of this. Still want to win here. If I could get up to rank 22 before the end of the month, that would be nice. It's not highly likely to happen.
Just like you.
I'll probably just have to trade the Challenge a Friend quest out to something different for the Asia account. These riddles are making no sense to me, says Alexis. I don't know if that's a pun or not, or if it was intended to be a pun. Some say we are red, some play us, some spray us. What are we? Spray us. Some play us. Harps.
One shot, one kill.
I hope you like my invention.
Fire!
Balloons? No, not balloons.
Nice to meet you.
Try to speed this up a little bit. It's a P word, says Red Phoenix with a dash, a bunch of dashes. Let's see.
Someone call for the doctor. Snap.
Chill out.
Penny? No. The red scent. Play us, but nobody plays a penny. Nobody sprays a penny. Plants. It's got E as the second to last letter.
You're in trouble now.
Posies. Poison. No.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
The third letter is P.
I hope you like my invention.
Pipe? No. Poppies?
Are you my master?
This is a good...
Are you
This is the last hint, he says. This is a good hint system Red Phoenix has developed here.
Shot, one kill.
Let's see. So it's P-E space P-E. So it's Pepe's. He moved the letter around a little bit. Pew pew. Pet.
We're gonna be rich.
Yeah, if I don't have it, I just don't have it. Let's see. I have no clue.
I'll give it a shot. This way. This way.
Oh, if you're sure.
Your riddles are as bad as your jokes, says Alexis. Alexis says my turn. Pepper. Red pepper. Do you spray pepper? Do you play pepper? I don't even get it when you tell me the answer, honestly. What comes down but never goes up? My bank account?
You're in
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
I'll give it a shot.
My weight?
This way.
Well, that would be
If you're
a sad
sure.
statement, if true. The dead. Somebody jumping off a building. How could you make that funny? Bank account low, but nope.
Oh, if you're sure.
A waterfall comes down and never goes up. Salmon go upstream, so it wouldn't be salmon.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
My height. You're the shrinking. How in the world does your height go down? Question. P asterisk asterisk asterisk, says Red Phoenix. You can't give hints to things. Rain. Red Phoenix, you can't give hints to things you don't know the answer to. Alright, so I can actually get this done a little bit quicker now if I just take all Warlock cards. And I was playing Battlecry Warlock cards before, and now I can just do all the Warlock cards and finish this daily quest. Finish the deck automatically, sure. I've forgotten it did that for you. Save me some time. There's a very famous riddle where there was a ring maker who every day on his way to his work saw this poor beggar, just totally homeless, totally desolate, and he thought to himself, I'm gonna put something on this ring that I'll give to him that will make him very happy, but I have to make sure that our greedy king, who also walks down the same path, when he inevitably when he inevitably gets this ring, he'll see the engraving and it will make him incredibly depressed and make him regret stealing the ring. So he makes the ring, he gives it to the poor beggar, he reads the engraving, and he's super happy. He's very happy. Well, like the ring maker engraver thought, the king happened to see that he was really happy, said, "What's making you so happy?" Sees the ring, takes the ring, and he takes the ring and sees the engraving and becomes incredibly depressed and throws the ring back to the beggar and leaves. So what did the ring maker engrave on it? Now this is a riddle that's translated from like I think Mesopotamian riddle, so it's kind of the oldest ring riddle that we know. But if anybody knows the answer there or wants to guess. The Red Phoenix says I wasn't giving a hint, he was censoring his answer. Yeah, I thought of that answer too and chose it better to not say it out loud, since I try to keep my channel mostly family friendly. But see, if the never coming up still for that answer doesn't even really work, you have to. The answer would be to turn it around and say yourself on a good date would be a better response than yours. Alexis says this one is very easy.
Job's done.
My riddle's very easy. I got one, says Alexis.
Do I have to?
Okay, let's see it.
Do I have to?
I'll tell the answer to my riddle after this game and before we wrap up. I think I want to do an arena run anyways, so I think we'll still do one. Just one on the Americas. Could be a 12-0 win, could be a 12-2 win, or more likely it might be a lot closer to a
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Engaging TC
to a 3-0 win.
Well played.
Red Phoenix says my long lost one.
That
Oh, are these guesses right on the ring? Question mark. Huh. It is engraved right on the ring. That's not the answer though. Although that is a good response. But it would mean that the ring originally belonged to the beggar, and it wouldn't explain why the king would be upset with what it said, since he knows he stole it. Alexa says a one-story pink house has a pink couch, a pink table, and a pink cat. What color are the stairs? There are no stairs. It's a one-story house.
Regret this.
Who are you?
Red Phoenix says it's one story. See, that riddle needs more in the middle. Like, you need to make some BS story in the middle. You could take the same thing and say, imagine you're in this one-story pink house. Up and down the walls, it's been painted pink. You open the pink door. You walk into the pink living room. There's a pink couch. On the pink couch is a pink cat. You go into the kitchen. All of the appliances are pink. And you just keep going and you keep going until you're pretty certain that they've forgotten the part at the very beginning that it was a one-story house. And then you trick them and go, what color were the stairs? And you set it up like this is a memory test.
Who dares summon me?
But having it written, it's an easy riddle to get the answer to, because as long as you can go back and reread it after you know the information. There's a lot of study about how men's versus women's brains work when they are given instructions, and men's brains will try to do the first step immediately without reading the whole thing, and women will read the whole thing more often than not and then begin the first step, which is probably why IKEA furniture has been demonstrated as incredibly more difficult for women to put together than men, because all of the steps on IKEA furniture are badly written out and only make sense if you're doing it as you're reading it.
That was a mistake.
Let's see.
Why do you fall?
What has hands but cannot clap? What has hands but cannot clap? A clock.
I must remain hidden to remain free.
Memory test. What was the letter I never meant to say?
Well played.
What was the letter I did mean to say?
All realities, all dimensions.
Oops, didn't. The letter I did mean to say. I don't know on that one. The letter I did mean to say. If it was Y, the Y would be a funny response to that. You could do a who's on first type gag. Still some more Warlock things. Well, we need to break up the recording. Stay tuned if you're watching live. The answer to my riddle is "This too shall pass" is the translated thing. The beggar sees that and he's very happy because he knows his hardships in life shall pass. And then the king sees that and he's very depressed and upset because he knows he won't always be rich and in charge. It's again a very, very old riddle, possibly the oldest riddle we know, and it's translated, so no surprise nobody got it. That's going to be it for this recording. Stay tuned if you're watching live. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to another live stream of Hearthstone. Today is Saturday, July 29th, and we've been going for a while, but I have a little bit more work to do on the Asia account. I'm going to more than likely have to trade out the Challenger friend because I don't have but one friend, and I don't think I'm going to run into them in a while, so I need to play 8 more Warlock cards, which should be a quick game and then a concession if necessary. I guess that would be the right way to do it. But if I can win, that would be nice too. Trying to get gold to afford things. We've fallen into doing riddles and puzzles into the chat. The last one was Red Phoenix that said, memory test, what was the letter I didn't mean to say?
Gul'dan, for versus Garrosh.
And then it says, oops, didn't.
Your soul shall be mine.
So I don't know what the answer to that riddle is. The previous answer was a clock. What has hands but can't clap? Let's keep a counter here. After I get the daily quest done, I think I want to do an arena run. As long as this Frost Festival is still here, it's still giving us the extra things. In all realisticness, I could have used all my extra gold to do arena runs while it was happening.
Will regret this.
Here we have Alexis has one. If a blue house is made out of blue bricks, a yellow house is made out of yellow bricks, and a pink house is made out of pink bricks, what is a green house made out of? That's an easy one again. The green house is made out of glass. Because the greenhouse is where you put the plants. Alexis's riddles are much more doable than Red Phoenix's. Red Phoenix's has some difficult ones. Glass correct, says Alexis.
Job's done.
See, I think I've done 2.
I have an axe to grind.
Choose an enemy destroyed at the beginning of the next turn. Deal 4 damage to a minion. Taunt. And poison and corruption. I suppose telling riddles like this to little kids is, well, not just little kids, but everyone, is a lesson in not getting overly excited to answer something and making sure you think the whole thing through before you open your mouth. Because Alexis's most recent riddle is directly there to make people think, oh, of course a greenhouse would be made with green bricks. And then they would catch you and go, nope, that's not right. So I'm going to try and discard this, which means it'd be nice to play this first. It's nice to... There's... Red Phoenix says, the memory test is a trick question. I didn't chat a letter. I didn't mean to say. But who said S? What goes up but never goes down? That's where you go, my weight.
Why do you call?
That...
You're in trouble now.
Darn it. Darn it. Alright, well. The national debt. What goes up but never goes down. An explosion. TNT. My dumbness, says Red Phoenix. See, IQ would have been a good one for the other one. Too, my IQ goes down and never comes up. See. Still trying to play Warlock cards, so this is the right move. Fire. Your age, says Alexis. That's a good one. Really easy. Here we go. Play this. And this. And then end the turn, and I think I've played enough Warlock cards now. So
The menagerie is
if I lose, that's fine. It'll take a couple more turns. Aw, darn, if I had drawn the card first, I could have played the stolen one of this guy, or the other guy, and then played the other card. Still probably would have lost, but that's alright. We're not here to win, we're just trying to level up. Get the daily quest done.
You will regret this.
Is he gonna let me? Here we've got something by Red Phoenix that took 2 things here. Red Phoenix says, suppose you want to send in the mail a valuable object to a friend. You have a box which is big enough to hold the object. The box has a locking ring which is large enough to have a lock attached, and you have several locks with keys. However, your friend does not have the key to any of the locks that you have. Okay, that's pretty common. You cannot send the key in an unlocked box since it may be stolen and copied. How do you send a valuable object locked to your friend so that it may be opened by your friend? Well, if you're just sending a box, just have them destroy the box or cut the key is the practical answer, which is not probably the right answer. Let's see. So, on the daily quest, we have the challenge a friend. We can't do that. Now I'm going to do an arena run. And Hearth Arena time on the Americas account. We also have a new person in the chat. Hi, I left a big like on your stream. Would you mind doing the same on my live stream? Spam. Spam, spam, spam. Report. That's never fun. So, who should I play in the arena? Could you... Maybe the answer to the riddle is you put the key in the locked box, but then the box opens just enough that he can get the key out of the locked box and then unlock the box. And then people wouldn't know that, and therefore they wouldn't try. I guess I'm gonna go warrior.
You are stronger than I.
and we'll just see what happens here. More Hearth Arena time. Let's see. Does Red Phoenix answer? Send the box with the lock attached and locked. Your friend attaches his or her own lock and sends the box back to you. You remove the lock and send it back to your friend. Your friend now may remove the lock he or she put on the open box. Alexis asks if Red Phoenix is copying and pasting here. Maybe not. Let's focus on Hearthstone, the arena run here for a little bit. That is an interesting solution, certainly. It sounds a lot like how encryption works for internet technology. Red Phoenix says there's a 200 character limit per chat message. I don't know why they picked 200 characters. I guess that just stops people from flooding out the spam. Chat is very weird, particularly when you recognize that the bigger people have super chat, and then anybody that pays any money to put a chat message gets all the focus and priority, whereas the normal people that can't afford to do that are left in the cold, and the streamer very possibly won't even read non-super chats. But I suppose it really comes down to, is the chat about your fans talking to each other, or is the chat about your fans talking to you? And right now, as a small YouTuber who has a manageable chat, where only a couple people are talking, and let's face it, we're just doing riddles here. We're not even doing anything that's that related to the actual video I'm making. It's totally manageable for me as the streamer to do that. Although I am certainly having instances where I'm paying more attention to the chat than actually playing the game. Once I have hundreds of people chatting all at once and it's just flying by, super chat really becomes the only way that A, I can make money off that stream, and B, have any kind of way of focusing. I could look at random chats, or I could eventually have somebody else reading the chat and then feeding me specific responses or questions. There we go. Play. There is a way to like forfeit an end. I don't know why you would ever want to do that though. It seems like a crazy idea. So did Hearthstone deck tracker work for that? See, I almost have 2,000 gold on top of already having almost 5,000 extra gold for the next expansion.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
And so they've done very nicely by us. I guess I'll play those. I want to keep Vicious for later, I suppose. Is this gonna work with the Hearthstone deck tracker? No. It isn't. Alright, well. This thing seems not to want to work half the time. We'll put it in no deck mode. You got Snapchat? I have none of the listed social medias. No, I don't have Snapchat. Because it just didn't seem like a service that was an appropriate service for a YouTube streamer to use. Let's see, let's go ahead and end the turn there. Actually, I probably should have done this. I want to save that for later. Like, the fact that Snapchat disappears after a while, it's not something I could copy announcements of new videos to. If you don't have the YouTube app, though, I mean, that's the main default thing. Just get notifications through that. Most of those social media services I don't even pay any attention to at all. To be honest, like Facebook, Tumblr, I don't ever go on that. Google Plus, I don't ever go on that. I'm willing to consider a lot of things, particularly if the website If This Then That can just copy something from Twitter and paste it onto that service. But most of the new ones show up and then nobody ever adopts or uses them anyways. So it's kind of less of a motivation to even bother. Like, there was this one called Peach that was supposed to be this really the new thing, and nobody did anything with that at all. I made an account for that and never used it. And then there's kind of a social site where you post long form articles called Medium that nobody's on. In general, I'm hoping people will get away from Facebook at some point, and whatever the new Facebook is, which Twitter isn't. I thought for a second it would be. And I do actually look at Twitter because Twitter is great as a video game critic, because I can see what all the video game creators are doing, talking about. But it's very bad to try to talk to real people. It's only good to talk to random video game people.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
Let's see, Fiery War S. Fiery War X. There. Restore minion to full health.
Take this.
Job's done.
Let's see, what is Red Phoenix wrote? You can use me to stop. You can take me to smoke. Not only do I stop, but I am a stop. And the result of Pool's first stroke. What am I? Deal 2 damage. You're a break, is what you are. It's the riddle.
What to do? What to do?
The pool part got it for me, finally. The result of a pool's first strike is a break. You can use a break to stop. You can take a break to smoke. Not only do I stop, but I am a stop. A break stops a car. Red Phoenix says correct. Deal 2 damage. Taunt. I wish there was a new Facebook thing. I think I already said that, but I really do. But everybody would have to move, and the thing is, people don't want to get away from their friends. Even if you lose, like, only 1% of your friends on Facebook, that's still probably more than you would be willing to let go of to a new service. Like, I had hoped Google Plus would work that way, but then it didn't. So Facebook would have to completely shut down or stop being free before some people would decide to stop using it. That being said, Facebook might shut down. Facebook is awful for YouTubers because, like, I get no views on any links I put on YouTube. I mean Facebook from YouTube, because they only show videos and only promote videos that you put through their servers, and I'm not gonna double upload and waste the energy that would take. Red Phoenix is now doing music songs, I think.
What doesn't brook you will brook you. I don't have enough mana.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me, and I ain't the sharpest tool in the sun. She was looking kinda drunk with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. I think you missed some lines here. Alexis pipes in and says, but if Facebook stops, how will I log into Candy Crush? Well, you said you swore off Candy Crush. You falling back into the habit already?
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Feed the rules and I hit the ground running. Doesn't make sense not to live for fun. I think Red Phoenix is still singing. Well, the years start coming and then they don't stop coming. If he is copy and pasting, he's missing lines. Geez, I wonder if somebody would claim copyright on people putting the lyrics of songs in my chat. Technically, they might have an argument there. I doubt, though.
Garrosh versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer. Victory or death.
He's just trying to get me to sing the whole song here is what he's doing. Putting all of the Smash Mouth song, I think is what it is. Well, that was one game and one loss. Yep, we might very well be on our way to a 3-loss and 0-win arena run again. I need to really pay attention this time, though. I'm gonna hold on to Vicious. I let go of it before. That was a mistake. And after this arena run, we are done for the day.
Job done.
Red Phoenix still going on with the song. He's going the full run. Alright, I'm gonna play this and see if we can get this to work quickly. See, if I had like 20 people on the chat, I might complain about this much chat by one person. But then if I had 100 people in the chat, it would be flying by so fast anyways. Before if Red Phoenix could get to the next verse, he would already have been drowned out. Oh, I should have done stealth, not what I did. Let's see. How can we do this? 3 and 1 or 4 and 3?
Job's done.
Alexis jumped in. It's a cool place and I hit the ground running. So now they're both singing, both Red Phoenix and Alexis. This isn't gonna work greatly. 1 damage to everything. To all other minions. 1 damages if it survives. So
What now?
kill this guy. Do this. Do this.
Job's done.
And end the turn, and I messed up. They're still singing. It's certainly a testament to the Smash Mouth song that people remember most of the lyrics. Let's see, I have 6. Can I do 2 things? I can do this and this.
To me.
And that. Alexa says the end. So I think they've done the full song now. Draw more cards. I'm actually should be winning. I'd like to win. Shuffle 6/9 die or no taunt into your deck when he dies. Let's discover another taunt minion. I could do 4 taunt and rage plus 3.
I have an axe. Job's done.
Alexa says, Red Phoenix, you missed some of the high notes. Red Phoenix has started singing 100 bottles of beer on the wall. And he misspelled wall the first time. Sure, every stream, just sing 100 bottles of beer on the wall. Give me so many comments on my videos. He's just copying and pasting, I bet. He's not typing it out each time. He's just changing the number. I wonder if it stops him from posting after a while. Like, it says, no, you can't post another comment for a few seconds. If it does, that's not something I can change. Because I have like no limitations on the channel at all. I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube says this this message is too similar to the previous message. Will Red Phoenix make it to 0 before I'm done with this arena run? Red Phoenix says, sing along, guys. Restore this to full health, I suppose. Then play this next turn. But down to 94. He's almost 1/10, 1/20th of the way done, I guess. Looks like I might win here. Red Phoenix messed up. Apparently. Alexa says take one down, pass it around. 91 bottles. So they skipped 92. I am going to take this victory because that's what I should do. So at least this will be a two victory return. Red Phoenix says, this is a message I got. You have been sending too many messages. Take a break and try again. Edit and try again. That's what I figured. Lol, fake. Says Alexis. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in there that says, that YouTube just says. Alexa says, no, try spamming. I mean, Red Phoenix says, no, try spamming. Yeah, I believe Red Phoenix that at a certain point, if you just constantly spam message, then you can do it. And see, that's the funny thing is, Red Phoenix is saying spamming as in you're just putting a ton of posts on there, and I don't even think of spam as that. I think of spam as when somebody's trying to advertise, and that is it. As far as I'm concerned, if somebody's really my fan on any of my channels, if they post a lot, I'll just be like, okay, maybe this guy's a little annoying, maybe he posts too often, but at least he's got some enthusiasm, and I would rather see enthusiastic fans than bored fans. Like, I think, I'm not sure if it was Red Phoenix or if it was somebody else that went on one of my videos and put first, and I'm like, yeah, I've got 5,000 I've got like 5,000 videos, and if people just wanted to go through my everything playlist and look at every single video and just put first and fill it in, that would only help those videos. I'd be like, okay, thanks. And that's what I always reply, is just thanks for commenting, thanks for liking the video or whatever. Now Red Phoenix is singing a different song. I don't even know if I recognize the song. Is it another Smash Mouth thing? Alexa says, yeah, I got the message. Yep. Okay, so we've learned something new that I didn't even know. Interesting. So, I would need a lot of people to spam if I was just trying to knock up the chat messages per it. Red Phoenix is singing again. Let's see.
Job done.
Should pay attention to the gameplay though. So I've got a bunch of 1. Do I have anything that can do 1 damage? No. Can I do anything here? So let's do this and this. Let's do this and this and this and end the turn. The song is so old. What's the name of it? Red Phoenix says, no, the message again. Yeah, I imagine it's taking a closer eye on you. Both now. You've been posting so much. I would advise probably take a real break for at least 5 minutes. Otherwise you might find both of your accounts flagged. And you don't want to lose your accounts. Then I would not be able to have that subscriber. I'd lose a subscriber count if your accounts got banned. Notice how I turned that all around, so it affected me.
Job's done.
Not sure I played the best there, but I should get vicious out here. Now. If I can get Wind Fury and just have this adapt and adapt and adapt.
What to do?
And I imagine he never runs out of adaptions. That would be interesting to see if he has just like every single ability. Well, one of the abilities would be stealth until the next turn, so you would always have that back as your backup option. Red Phoenix says, still playing Raves, R-E-U-S.
I wonder.
He's certainly trying. Let's see, destroy a minion, death rather resummon it. Let's go ahead and do that. And then see if we can, I guess, taunt.
Job's done.
End the turn. It's a pretty good taunt deck. See if we could play maybe this next turn. This is better than this one. This is better for later on. If there was only way I can get rid of this guy or silence this guy, that would be nice. This. And what health would this be?
What doesn't brook you will brook you.
Now Red Phoenix is singing, I think, Paint It Black. Starts Hello Darkness, my old friend. Or maybe that's a different song.
Scuttle the ship!
Let's see. This and this and then this. Think I might be able to win here. Let's all have a moment of silence for Gary, the green fidget spinner. Oh, you named him? You gave him a name.
What doesn't broke you will broke you.
Job's done.
So if I can get this on the field and attack, I've got to win. Otherwise, I've got a little bit more of a difficult path.
I wonder.
Handle it!
Hey, we've got somebody new on the chat. Kristen saying hi. Hi, Kristen. Do I have enough to win? This. This would do 2 damage. This will do 1 damage to everybody. Let's do this first. And kill that, that, and that. Uh-oh. The internet went so bad, the stream totally disconnected there. The lag is real. Yes, it is. I almost lost the connection together. That is the hint that I need to wrap up this stream. Today has been a bad day for ISP and a great day for everything else. Lexa says, okay, phew. Probably shouldn't keep things alive. I should just try to win, but I'm just going to end the turn here. Like, how can my bad internet get even worse? That just sucks. Was I uploading videos? Oh, don't tell me I was uploading videos this whole time. I forgot to check that page. Well, like, let me look here. Like, here. Oh my goodness, I am. Oh, I'm so stupid. This is all my fault. This is all my fault. Uploading to YouTube uses all your bandwidth. And see, I just instantly fixed it. Oh, I have to apologize. This is not even my internet provider. I can't even blame them this time. I was uploading episodes of Wolfenstein: The New Order, and that's a 2014 game, good graphics, so it's about 5 gigabytes each. And I started it last night, and I remember now telling myself I better stop it before I start playing tomorrow, and I forgot to stop it. I'm so dumb. Oh yeah, everything works now. It's all green. The lag is gone. Here I'm about to end the stream, and anybody who's on the chat right now, if there's any lag, remind me next time. Are you uploading videos? Like that one time you did that, you idiot?
You asked for it.
I'm very, very limited in upload. I have like 5 megabits per second upload internet. The lag is gone. Yes, the lag is gone because I was causing it. I feel so bad. I need to go stand in a corner. I've been very naughty. The lag is gone. The lag is gone. We're gonna break out into some hallelujahs in a second.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
I looked at every other web page that might have been downloading, and I forgot the one that was uploading. Please, let's see Gary once more without the lag. Alright. We'll let your pet Gary play. The sound difference now and your old videos. Is it better or is it worse? Because my really old videos, I had an Xbox 360 headset plugged into an Xbox 360 controller microphone. That was pretty bad. And then I went eventually to a Blue Yeti microphone, which I'm still using, but I've more recently also doubled the volume, so the volume should be twice as loud on everything, because the videos were because everything was just coming out really quiet, and on the phones in particular, you can't turn up the audio as well as you can on like a TV.
Gadgets and Gazette
So Red Phoenix says better, way better. Well, I'm glad for that. The only thing I do know is that when I'm playing something with like the Xbox One controller, you have a lot of this going on. But I was listening to like a Giant Bomb video just this morning, and that they were also doing that.
Job's done.
Gary now looks like he's actually spinning. Yeah, I tried to see if I could slow down the animated GIF there, but when you slow down, the only thing I can do is delay the rendering, which makes it flicker in and out. So I just left it at its default speed. I had a different animated GIF that was spinning really fast. Gary now looks like he's actually spinning. Red Phoenix, can I kill Gary? No, I think Alexis would say Gary is immortal. Let's see. Restore 8 to the enemy hero. There we go. Alexis says no. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see, color correction, and let's see, hue shift, close. There you go, Gary is changed. Not to a 1000 degree knife. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Let's see. Can we survive any of this? Imposter. Imposter, you say? Well, what if we go the other way? Maybe Gary's just a little bit sad. Red Phoenix says, "Be right back, guys." Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna win this one. No. Come back, kill him, says Alexis. Alright, so you want the original Gary. Alright. Color correction off. OBS Studio is kind of an amazingly great program if you can learn how to use it. It's a little complicated. There's probably tons of other stuff that I don't even know how to do with OBS Studio. But see, the best part about it is it keeps the elements separate, so there's several different things over the screen. Alexa says, "He's back," smiley face. But there's several different filters and things you can do to each individual element. So this over here can go and be changed, and the chat can be changed, and the rules can be changed, and Gary the spinner can be changed. This actually is not a separated element out. It's just part of the main Hearthstone recording, but it still works alright. And there's a few audio things too. And you can certainly do some crazy things.
Hello.
Like all of the filters you have are, you can apply LUT, chroma key, color correction, color key, crop, which this one is cropped, mask and blend. You can add a render delay, scaling, a scroll, and a sharpen. I bet sharpen would probably mess with it pretty badly too. You'd see a lot of jagginess.
Greetings.
Let's see.
Hello.
So if I just apply the sharpest of sharpness to it, it probably looks a little bit jaggy around the edges now. Should we focus on the gameplay? Yes, I should. Definitely.
Hey, goons! Over here!
Give all the weapons in your hand and deck +1 attack. Okay, I'll do that. Increasing sharpness is probably never the right move. because it's something artificial. If your image is blurry, then you need a better image to start with. First change Gary back.
Let's show our guests.
So you don't like the sharpness. Alright, sharpness is, I think, off. We'll just go ahead and delete it, just to make sure.
Prepare a mecha
Mecha chicken.
There they are!
I've gotten quite a bit of good gags out of the fidget spinner. Anywhere there's a dull part of the screen where nothing's happening.
An autograph.
Alexa says, okay, let's focus on the gameplay. Yeah, I'd like to get a couple more wins here, and since so much of it is kind of built around luck, too, that you run into that problem. Let's see. Taunt. End the turn. Wait, if you're not paying, even if you are paying attention, you might lose 3 games just by randomly matching other people with better cards and better play styles. Darn it, can't play that.
For the war chief! For Hellscream!
That probably wasn't very good of a move.
I ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Hello.
2 damage. Just kill this guy. Do this in the turn. What is the, Alexis asks, what is the thing you can do for infinite fireballs? It is the legendary mage character that he has an ability that every time you cast a spell you get a fireball. So if you cast a fireball you get another fireball. I can look him up here in a second since I'm about to lose and tell you the name. But we saw earlier they did that in addition with something else to some other characters to make it cheaper. So 3 victories, which would have been 2 victories. You know, Hearth Arena is not making it a guaranteed win, but it is helping a little bit. And the Frost Festival is making it a little bit better. 25 dust is actually pretty good reward. I would say 25 dust is worth about 60 gold. So a pack is worth about 100. This is about 30. Well, this is exactly 30, so you're talking almost 200 gold worth of stuff. It's been a long time since I got a legendary. If the new rules have been implemented, they should be handing me something. Handing me one pretty soon. Actually, the new rules wouldn't have even mattered. The old rules should give me a legendary pretty quick. And it's not like I don't have any. I need to buy into the arena again. Just keep doing this. as long as this festival keeps going. And so 35 more dust. Well, Red Phoenix is going to be back, and I'm going to have not disenchant this for another 100 dust, because I don't need gold versions when I have 2 of the regular versions, which means now I have an extra 100 dust. We're up to 800. Nice. So, the card they were playing is way over here. Here he is. It's this guy, Archmage Antodias. Whenever you cast a spell, add a fireball spell to your hand. And what they were doing is they had 4 of these Sorcerer's Apprentices to make it cheaper, and with 4 of those, the fireball spell, which is, where is it? There's a fireball spell, is there not? I guess there isn't actually a fireball card you can have. At least I don't see it. There's Vaporize and Meteor. And there's Pyroblast. So the fireball spell happens. And it doesn't. And the way they got 4 Sorcerer's Apprentices is they used a secret duplicate, I think. Which is, let's see, where is duplicate? I don't play mage very often. It wasn't mirror entity they were using. Am I looking at all the cards? No. I'm only looking at the standard cards. That's why. I needed to be in wild. So that we were playing wild, so you can see that some of these abilities don't even matter when you're playing standard. Here's duplicate. That's a wild card. So I was playing 2 of those, 2 of those, and an Archmage. And I bet there is a fireball spell card. It's just wild. Flame Lance, Dragon's Breath, Meteor. There never was a fireball spell. Interesting. Well, that's how all that happens, I guess. Have you tried this before? No? I haven't tried it, but I imagine it's probably not the best strategy, because even when we were seeing it happen there, it took till the very last turn, so if I was a better player it would have worked. And here we've got somebody spamming. Sub to me and I'll sub to you. How about instead I just report you for spamming and advertising? I, at some point, will want to make a druid deck. But we've been going long enough. Again, I must apologize for uploading for most of this. Say goodbye to Gary forever. He's never coming back. He's going off to a farm to live with his friends. And Red Phoenix, sorry you didn't make it back by the end of the arena run. That's it for this stream, though. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.